Friday, August 1st. A night that was supposed to be full of love turns into a life or death struggle. And old flames may reignite, while hidden motives slowly bubble to the surface. Let's dive into the explosive twists waiting for us this Friday on The Bold and the Beautiful. The drama in The Bold and the Beautiful has never felt so intense. Our story begins with Brooke, Ridge, and Nick standing on the edge of a love triangle that could break hearts or end in tragedy. Eric Forrester, the family's voice of reason, has already delivered his warning. He looked Nick Marone in the eye and said, "Step back. Brooke's heart belongs to Ridge." But if you've watched Nick for any amount of time, you know he's not the kind of man to back down, especially when it comes to Brooke Logan. And honestly, can we blame him? Brooke has that irresistible pull, the kind of magic that makes men believe they can change her world. So, what does Nick do? He ignores Eric's advice completely. Fueled by passion, frustration, and maybe a little bit of pride, Nick sweeps Brooke away for a romantic evening that he believes will change everything. Brooke, still hurt and disappointed by Ridge's controlling ways, decides, just for tonight, to stop fighting the pull toward Nick. She slips into the passenger seat of his car, and together, they escape the chaos of the Forrester world and drive toward the ocean. When they arrive, it's breathtaking. The shoreline glows under the fading sun. A candlelit dinner waits by the water, soft music drifts on the breeze, and just beyond the sand, Nick's yacht is ready to whisk Brooke away on a private adventure. And let's be honest, B&B fans, don't you feel like we've seen this play before? A perfect night, a sparkling plan, and a man who thinks he can finally win Brooke's heart. Nick believes this is it, the night he'll seal his future with her. He's already picturing the moment, a diamond ring, a heartfelt proposal, and Brooke saying yes, leaving Ridge behind for good. But here's the thing about The Bold and the Beautiful. When everything looks perfect, fate usually has a twist waiting. As the yacht glides into open water, the air shifts. What began as a dreamy evening suddenly teeters on the edge of danger. Brooke, radiant in a sleek white dress that clings like a second skin, steps toward the edge of the deck. One wrong move, one slip on the wet surface, and suddenly the world turns upside down. She falls. The ocean swallows her in an instant. The elegant dress that made her glow under the moonlight now becomes her worst enemy, weighing her down as she struggles to reach the surface. And in that frozen moment, before panic turns to despair, Ridge appears. Somewhere deep inside, he must have known he couldn't let Brooke out of his sight. Maybe it was jealousy. Maybe it was love. Maybe it was destiny calling him to act. Without a second thought, Ridge dives into the dark water, fighting against the waves, his only focus, saving the woman he has always believed was his. It's a scene that B&B fans live for: love, danger, and a heroic rescue. As Ridge pulls Brooke into his arms, gasping and shivering, one truth becomes crystal clear. No matter what promises he made to Taylor, Brooke Logan is his destiny.
So where does that leave Nick Marone? Because let's face it, he planned the perfect evening, and instead, it's Ridge who gets to play the hero. Nick's determination to win Brooke might come at a price. Whispers are already circulating in Los Angeles that Nick's intentions might not be purely romantic. Could he be motivated by more than love? Is there a financial angle? Or worse, could he use Brooke's vulnerability to manipulate her into a marriage she's not ready for? And here's a question for you. What do you think Nick will do if Brooke turns him down? Drop your theories in the comments, because I have a feeling this isn't the end of his pursuit. Meanwhile, Brooke is caught in a whirlwind. She's just survived a terrifying brush with death, and now her heart is more conflicted than ever. Nick offers her a chance at a new life, far from the constant chaos of the Forrester family, but Ridge just risked everything to save her life. Fans, imagine yourself in Brooke's shoes for a moment. Do you choose the man who promises peace and devotion, or the man who proves, time and again, that his love runs as deep as the ocean? No matter which path Brooke takes, one thing is certain: this night will change everything. While drama explodes across the Italian coast with Brooke, Nick, and Ridge, back in Los Angeles, a quieter but equally emotional story is unfolding. And honestly, B&B fans, it's the kind of romance that tugs at your heartstrings. Bill Spencer, Rich, powerful, and usually untouchable, is licking his wounds after a betrayal that cut deeper than he ever expected. Grace Buckingham, a woman he foolishly trusted, conned him out of a staggering $1 million with her fake tumor scheme and sham surgery involving Liam. Can you imagine the humiliation? A man like Bill, who prides himself on control and dominance, tricked so easily. And here's where it gets interesting. Because in the middle of all that anger and shame, there's one person who could bring him back to center: Katie Logan. Bill and Katie, even just saying their names together feels like a promise, doesn't it? Fans who have been with The Bold and the Beautiful for years know these two have a chemistry that's electric. Yes, they've had their ups and downs, heartbreak, betrayal, separation, but somehow the universe keeps pulling them back together. Now, with both of them single, it feels like the stars might finally align for a second chance. I mean, tell me in the comments, don't you want to see Bill and Katie rediscover that spark? But before romance can bloom, Bill has to face the darker side of his emotions. His instincts scream for revenge, humiliate Grace, crush her, make her regret ever crossing him. We've all seen that side of Bill before, right? The ruthless, take no prisoners powerhouse. But Katie, oh, Katie is his anchor. She's the one person who can look him in the eye and remind him that strength doesn't always mean destruction. She can guide him toward justice rather than vengeance, reminding him that letting the law handle Grace will restore not just his dignity, but his heart. And here's where the magic happens. As Katie helps Bill find that balance, she can't help but see glimpses of the man she first fell in love with. The man beneath the armor, the man who, despite all his flaws, can love with an intensity that takes her breath away. So maybe, just maybe, this heartbreak will lead to healing, a healing that doesn't just restore Bill's pride, but rekindles a love that never truly died. Friday's episode of The Bold and the Beautiful delivers everything fans crave: romance, betrayal, danger, and a glimpse of second chances. Will Brooke finally embrace her destiny with Ridge, or will Nick's persistence and his secrets pull her heart in another direction? Can Bill rise above his anger and find comfort and maybe love in Katie's arms once again? I want to know what you think, B&B fans. Are you rooting for Bill and Katie to reunite? Or do you think Bill's dark side will ruin his chance at happiness? And be honest, if you were Brooke, would you choose Nick's promise of peace or Ridge's undeniable messy passion? Drop your predictions in the comments because I read them all. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of B&B's most dramatic Fridays yet, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss the next twist in Los Angeles' most glamorous soap. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, in the world of the bold and the beautiful, love and danger are always just one step away.